you're a home buyer, somebody or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset.
There is a possibility on the other side of this that inflation could actually be quite low.
I'm Travis, founder and owner of Real Estate Mindset, and today we brought you guys another boots on the ground, eyes from the sky Metro Report video. And I've taken you guys all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, and let me show you guys exactly where we're gonna be during this tour. You can see that there's about 1,800 homes right now according to New Home Source data in this area. We're gonna start right now with the southeast in a place right here called Heron Bay. So one of the reasons we're going to there is obviously there's massive clusters of new construction. Now after that we're gonna go northeast to Houston area, which is right over here. So those will be the two areas that we tour during this Metro Report. But before I really dig in, let me show you guys the exact subdivisions we're gonna visit, and it's a total of 6 subdivisions. And you guys, this is day one. It's absolutely freezing cold right now. I have Melody Wright that's gonna share perspectives, but let me show you and talk about the subdivisions. So starting with Heron Bay, we're gonna first visit the Greyson Parc area. You guys can see these are priced from $249,000 to $389,000. We have $10,000 worth of price cuts, and they're saying there's about 36 new homes available in that subdivision. Now, after that subdivision, we're gonna go to the second subdivision called the Pointe at Heron Bay. Now, this area apparently has less new home inventory, sitting at 9 homes. This is an Ashton Woods community. Price point is $404,000 to $458,000. Price cut, you guys, up to $63,000 in price cuts, so hopefully we'll find some really cool stuff there. Now the third subdivision is called City Peachtree. Now this is a little bit lower price point, sitting at $276,000 to $400,000. Now according to them, they have 11 new homes. So once we're done with those subdivisions, you guys, we're gonna go northeast, and the first subdivision we're gonna visit is called Crosswind, Georgia at Twin Lakes. Now price point is all over the place here. It's sitting at $322,000 to $842,000. Price cut sitting at about $22,000 worth of price cuts. You guys can see that according to this data, there's approximately 22 homes that are available to purchase. Now the second subdivision in the area is called Twin Lakes. The price point there is $365,000 to $405,000, and there's a total of, according to this again, you guys, and we expect to find much more than what's listed, but according to them, there are 24 new homes. And this is gonna be a very interesting video because I'm gonna be comparing, and so is Melody, what we find out here compared to what's going on in the West Coast. Now, the last subdivision we're gonna visit is called Crossvine Estates. Price point $387,000 to $449,000. Price cuts of about $12,000, and it's saying that there's about 12 homes that are move-in ready. And you guys can see behind me, I mean, look at the effort that we're putting into getting you guys unique and genuine content. This is an actual subdivision that, you know, is obviously behind me. But either way, you guys, I'm gonna send you guys to Melody right now, and she's gonna go over stats. First subdivision up is Greyson Parc, and I'm gonna pan around here real quick. I don't really like it, guys, honestly. They're a little bit smaller. There's really no yards, but again, I wanted to show you guys. Now, first of all, there's a lot of building going on all down here. Now, here's some of the houses. You guys can see basically no yard. Hey, Melody. So it's 6 degrees out, guys. It's freezing. You know, all of these are available. This is by Starlight. It goes down there. And I'm gonna take you guys, you know, after we're done with this clip, I'm gonna take you guys to the top of this subdivision to show you guys how much more, you know, building is left. But before we do that, let's get some stats from Melody Wright.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Greyson Parc. As Travis said, it's 6 degrees, wind chilled here, just a little chilly, but we're glad you're joining us today on what's going to be a really interesting trip. So I'm going to give you some quick stats. Population here in Atlanta is 499,127. Population change going from April of 2020 to July of 22 was 0.10%, which is actually below the national average of 0.5. So, you know, are there a ton of people moving to Atlanta? Doesn't look that way, but we sure have a lot of building. We'll talk about that in a second. So median income here is $77,655. That would make it very difficult to even qualify for one of these homes, and these are actually at a lower price point. So That's not great. Another quick fact here in Atlanta is poverty is at 17.7%. The national average is 11.5%. So you can tell here in Atlanta, things are already economically constrained for a big part of the population. Okay, median listing price in the Atlanta area is $415,000. Median sale price is $405,000. Now we're going to get into kind of the month over month, year over year stats. So change in median sale price year over year is actually up 2.3%, but month over month is coming down at negative 0.5%. Number of homes sold year over year is down 3.5%, and get this, month over month down 15%. Activity is definitely slowing here in Atlanta. Now, this is very interesting. I've talked to you guys about how between November and December, inventory usually decreases at an average of about 10% if you go all the way back to 2017. And we saw that decrease in the cities that I track, Atlanta being one of them. But what's interesting here is that month over month, it actually increased 5.4%. Inventory increased 5.4%, guys. So in contradiction to that trend, that seasonal trend. Okay, some other quick facts. We've got 11,503 short-term rentals here in the Atlanta area. From a multifamily perspective, we're at 92.2% occupancy. Now, national average is 94.1. So we're already below occupancy, the average of occupancy. And we know that Atlanta is one of these areas that's going to see a ton of multifamily growth as well. I'm sure Travis and I will see some of that. And obviously, all of these new builds. So get this, guys. New build communities here in the Atlanta area, 589 new build communities, guys. Okay. Houses, 4,627, and number of foreclosures in the area right now is 265. Again, we know foreclosures are low because of all of those programs out there. Still legacy, you know, you can still get the FHA COVID relief modification. So this is why they're low, but guys, I think we're going to start to see some uptick there. But that's some stats. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Solid, dude. Anyways, guys, if you found that valuable, and we have been preparing like crazy, but if you found that valuable, hit like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to go to Melody Wright's Substack. So Melody Wright Substack and Melody Wright on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel. We're gonna move on to the next area. We're gonna do a flyover real quick of Greyson Parc. Now, by law, I have to keep my eyes on the drone as a VO, so Melody is actually gonna narrate as I'm flying since I have to keep my eyes on the drone. Isn't that right, Melody?
That's right.
All right, let's get this set up here. That's another section of the subdivision right there. Do you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this subdivision looked a little small as we came in, Travis, but in reality, it's quite large, and a lot of areas where they've just broken ground and not necessarily have started building yet. So not a ton of construction out here. That could be because of the weather. We did just see the supervisor though, so it's still an active site, but a ton of lots here, spaces. And again, you know, we talked about the stats, that 5.4% increase in inventory. Look at how much in this one subdivision alone they're planning to build here. So this is going to be a massive subdivision when it's all said and done.
This is the Heron Bay area, guys. I'm gonna do a 360. You guys can see there's still a ton of land to develop. I mean, look at all of that land, Melody.
Wow,
that's a ton.
That's amazing.
They have all that building there. Still all of that land. I mean, they can continue to make these 15-minute cities, you know, all over. And that looks like part of the subdivision. You see that back there?
Yeah, look at all that.
Let me see if I can zoom in, because those are probably already sold. Can you see that?
Yeah, you know, that might be that other subdivision we saw coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is very large. And that's something I've seen, Travis, is like you'll see an existing subdivision and they just keep building and building and building onto that, what was an existing site.
Yeah. Awesome. We're near the entrance of Greyson Parc by the roundabout, and I just wanted to give you guys a 360 because not only do they have all these new homes behind me, you guys can see those look like either apartments or townhouses, so a lot of stuff right there. There's the sales office. You can see all of this land right here is still needing to be developed. Also, you guys see all back there needs to be developed, so a lot more stuff going on here. These are areas, again, I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. Generally the subdivisions where you have excess building and things that still need to be built, just depending on the subdivision, you're gonna find the price cuts get better. So personally, I suspect like subdivisions like this and up there, you know, the further we get into the year, especially during the winter, the price cuts are gonna continue, and so are the buying incentives. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked a quick tour of Greyson Parc. We're gonna move on to the next subdivision, and then obviously we'll move on to the second area of the Atlanta tour as well. Now we're in a master plan subdivision called the Pointe at Heron Bay, and I gotta tell you guys, I could literally envision raising my children here. This is a very big, very beautiful, well put together subdivision. There's still trees, very, very big houses, and I wanted to show you guys this area. We're not gonna go to the sales office because we need to get to the other part of Atlanta, but again, as far as my style, as far as what house I would want, this is exactly an area that I would be looking at. So let me show you guys real quick. You can see this is probably custom here. These are really big houses right there as well. You can see that beautiful house down there, that blue house right there. So they're building all of this here. Building that one is there. You can see that. And there's also a golf course here. Look at how nice this is. This is, you know, this community is, you know, I wish in Texas we had more communities like this. The problem that I see, guys, with these new building communities is they just destroy everything. They put, you know, they uplift all the trees, there's no vegetation, and it's just raw land that was recently destroyed. But this subdivision, it's, again, it still has that charisma, it still has that charm, it has that family sense where it could be, you know, honestly, this is like a forever house for me. I really like this. And you guys can see here, let me show you real quick. You guys can see, you know, if I go up that street there, that's actually the Pointe. So the Pointe is that way. Now to the left is the bigger houses. That's called Lakefront Park, and Lakefront Park is over there. And honestly, you know, this is such a big subdivision, but it always surprises me when they put subdivisions on top of subdivisions because they compete with each other. But this here, you know, I'm gonna walk up this street. There's more building going on here. It looks like there's a couple lots. I love this place. It is so charming, you know, and they have nice big yards. A lot of stuff to do, 6 tennis courts. I mean, there's a view over here too. Let me see what this view is. Oh, it's just of the golf course. So I'm gonna do oh my gosh, guys. Holy smokes, there's a real nice house up here. I'm gonna walk up here, show you this house, and then we're gonna get out of here. But take a look, guys, look at this. So this one's being built. That one over there, look at that. Big old house, looks like that lot is available. I mean, look at all this. Very, very nice. And there's the golf course right here. So, you know, unfortunately, the price points are a little too high, but as far as like the quality of subdivision, the area, the neighbors, how it's put together, this is very, very nice. We're still at the Pointe in Heron Bay. I wanted to take you guys to show you where the sales offices are. The sales office is right there. You can see that. So if you guys want to come down here, this is a sales office. And I also wanted to show you guys how much more building they have. This is a huge subdivision. Melody is parked in the middle of the street. But all up there, you guys, there's a whole bunch of new home building going on, a whole bunch of development going on. So, you know, this is a massive, massive subdivision. If you guys are in this area, I mean, I've drove 1,200 miles to be here. You got to come to this because this is so unique and so charming. We're in Sun City Peachtree subdivision. You can see the sign right there behind me. This is a lot bigger than I thought, actually, and there's a lot more houses than what it appeared online. Not as many trees as the last place we came, but still a lot going on. This is eventually going to be a gated community. I'm going to take you guys down the street. I'm going to throw the drone up too, so I'll do some overlays. A lot of different price points. So you got high 200,000s, you got low 400,000s, but you know, this looks still relatively new. Let me get up here. Y'all see, I'm going to pan right now. So you have all this construction going on. How are you? How are you? You have all this construction going on right here. You have all the development still over there. All these houses, you can see this is a pocket right here. Looks like they're still working on, and up the hill. So, you know, hopefully with the drone, I'll be able to show you guys up the hill and just how big this is, but there's still a lot to do here. Very unique subdivision as well, because you have to take a dirt road to get here. So this is a little bit more off, you know, by itself. Maybe you like that. I just like this area, guys. I mean, Texas is just the same old crap. It's hot, it's dry, there's bugs. But this is nice. Again, not a lot of trees. I don't see too many amenities, but I like what they're doing here, y'all. I'm gonna pan here as well so you can see what they're doing back here. Small lots though, so I'm gonna show you these houses down here, and I'm gonna get out of here just so you guys have an idea of, you know, the type of houses that they're offering in this subdivision. So take a look. You guys can see here, they got this house, this one, you got there. Look at this hill. So behind me or in front of me, that looks like a really nice park, really big park for the residences. I'm gonna go a little bit further down. Looks like there's a clubhouse down there as well. Let's see. So, okay, yeah, I'm seeing a whole bunch. Looks like not a whole bunch, but a lot of lots. There's more than, I think, 12 houses is what it listed. There's way more than 12 houses here. I'm gonna show you guys this last street, and then we're gonna go to the next area in Atlanta. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna be late to Charlotte. After we're done, we're gonna also go to Charlotte and try to film, but we're running out of daylight. So I may do the Charlotte video at night, but I'm almost here. Very big park. I mean, huge park that I'm about to show you. And now here's the street. These look like a little bit smaller house. These are probably your $200,000 houses. So you see that, all these houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, this real big, look at how big this park. Huge, huge park right here. They're gonna keep building down there. This house is well done, but you know, again, pretty cool subdivision. Again, not really my style per se. The Pointe was just, man, I really encourage you guys, if you're in this area, go to the last subdivision we're at. I mean, it was so charming, and I wasn't even able to get the drone up, so I'm really disappointed, but I really hope you guys are enjoying so far. We're gonna pack it up. We're gonna go to northeast Atlanta. We are in the northeast part of Atlanta. The first subdivision we're at right now is a 55R plus subdivision. This is a huge subdivision, and as I'm walking along here, guys, I'm gonna throw up some drone overlays just to give you guys a better idea of exactly how massive. Now, it's very interesting how big this is, given that it's a 55 plus community. The name of the community is Crosswind at Twin Lakes. So that's the name of this community. And again, a little surprising it's 55 or plus because of the size of these houses. I'm about to pan real quick. Now, you know, this is a subdivision, again, huge subdivision, that it does have what appears to be like either a lot of opportunities, a lot of options, but a lot of spec houses. For example, let me show you the street that I'm on. So this is getting close. This one's getting close. You know, a lot of those are sold. You can see the people on the roof up there. A lot more construction there. We have this house right here. We have that house. You know, and you guys probably can notice, same issue with most new construction, very, very small lots. I'm gonna come over here real quick. Now, there is a giant community center though, that is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to climb up this hill and show you, but let me show you down this street. This is a street with a lot of spec homes as well. You can see they own this house. So the people that own this house, this is a construction zone. So they're right in the middle of the construction zone, because they have to complete all of this, and they still have all of these lots right here. So I want to show you guys something though. I'm going to see if I can see it now. There is a subdivision up here, and again, it's across the lake right here. Huge subdivision. Looks like they're about to start building, and they've already built a couple houses. And then also, I don't know what it is, but it looks like apartments over here. So this is really, really crazy. Actually, I think this is the clubhouse. So I'm gonna show you the clubhouse and the lake, and I'm gonna show you across the lake at this whole other big, big subdivision. Again, 55 or plus, very, very weird, but they got a lot more to do here. This is a little bit scary, especially because this is a 2-lane road to get here. So when this whole thing is sold, you know, the traffic is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be bad. If people are coming here expecting a quick commute downtown, they are sorely mistaken. Let me show you. That looks like a clubhouse. I don't know if it's a clubhouse, but from the drone, that looks like a clubhouse. You got more building through those trees, and on the other side of these trees right here is a humongous subdivision. Now this house is big. So you have big house here, you have big house there, but most of the stuff, you guys, you know, I'll be realistic. I would not want my grandma and grandpa living here. The size of these houses are borderline tiny houses. And if I'm gonna retire, I'm not gonna retire in the middle of nowhere where I have the same house as everyone else and it's a small house, you know, and it's you know, and the reality is, guys, even though we have the hyper supply here, the prices are still elevated. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I went East Coast, I didn't expect to find things like this. So already what I'm thinking is the people that were saying, you know, how tight the East Coast was, and I assume that as well, you know, what the heck are they talking about? Atlanta, Georgia, and you guys, again, we went north, south. Atlanta, Georgia has these types of communities, just again, on the outskirts, all over the place. And the builders are doing the same thing that the builders are doing in Texas, Las Vegas, and Phoenix, which is building houses prior to them being sold. So again, as the demand continues to go down, the builders are gonna be left holding the bag. And when the builders are left holding the bag, again, a lot of times, more time needs to go by, but a lot of times that's when we can scoop in and get a great deal. When I showed Melody the drone of the subdivision, she was blown away. I mean, this is a Texas, Phoenix, Las Vegas style situation, and it could possibly be even worse because the box of buyers is smaller because you have to be 55 or plus. So anyone younger than 55, you don't even have the option to be here. Really cool. Now here's a hill. When you go over this hill, you know, again, a lot more building, but the drone should show you guys that. We're gonna move on to the next subdivision. Sit tight. I'm starting to get upset. I'm feeling like I've been lied to by all these realtors. We went right up the street and literally we're going down a street where on both sides of the street right now are freaking spec homes and a cross right here. I don't even know what this is. You see that? That's all houses. All of this is available, guys. This is all available. Look at this. All available. All available. Am I in Austin? Am I in Dallas? Am I in Phoenix? Am I in Las Vegas? You guys, we have a massive problem right now with new home construction. The amount of inventory, you guys, I'm telling you, it's not reported. We saw 22 homes available on New Home Source. I'm walking down a street. This street alone has 22 homes. And I'm gonna show you guys again. I'm gonna pan one more time and I'm gonna show you guys over here. I had to stop. I mean, this is so amazing to me. So, okay, first of all, they got a whole bunch of building to do down here. So I didn't even notice this with the drone. You got all that, and then this street still goes down. You can see that right there. So, I mean, you guys know what I'm saying. Pretty amazing stuff, guys. We are at Crossvine Estates, and this place is crazy because in order to get here, there's like 100-year-old buildings and properties. And I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but I wanted to go to the top of the subdivision because they got something, I don't know, 50 lots right now. I mean, look behind me. Let me give you guys the pan around. All lots available. All this is lots. Everything is lots right here. Now, the actual subdivision, you can see down there. Most of the construction is that street right there. But look at you guys, again, even though, and I'm gonna walk over here real quick, there's just a lot to do here. It's really, oh my God, man. I mean, this is literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna show you guys now. Take a look. And this, again, this is all sites here. You see there's gonna be a cul-de-sac right there. Probably all building here. Not sure what this is. And you got spec homes all down that street. From the bottom of my heart, guys, I was not expecting this. And I also want to point out, where's the construction crews? You see that? I mean, literally almost every area that we went to, it's light on construction crews building their product, which is very, very abnormal. So to me, it's showing the demand is waning down. Demand is dying because they're not building anymore. I do see construction there again, but not as much as they normally have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down, walk that street that's under construction, and then we'll do our final recaps.
Hey everybody, so here we are finishing up the trip. It's absolutely unbelievable what we've seen here. If you remember, I started out the video telling you that we'd seen a month-over-month increase in inventory when seasonally we should see a drop. And there is no wonder because there is a ton of inventory out here, guys. These sites are absolutely massive. And as I was saying earlier as well, you know, population growth was 0.10, and that's lower than the national average. So where are all these people coming from? And this is out in the middle of nowhere. This is not close to Atlanta. And there is a road, one road with only 2 lanes, already congested. So if in fact all these people moved here, how would they get around? So this has been an unbelievable trip. Again, it just sort of all over the country. Everyone says it's not in their backyard, but it is, guys. You just have to look.
I'm gonna walk through the construction site in the subdivision again in Crossvine Estates. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm also gonna give you guys my conclusion because obviously there's different levels of completion, different levels of construction. So, but I do want you to see, you know, the style of houses that they have in this subdivision. You know, maybe you're interested. I don't like this subdivision, guys. It is literally middle of nowhere. You know, it's really hard to get in and out, and it's just, it seems like everything is underdeveloped around here. They don't even have backyards really, but I'm gonna pound around and then we'll kind of sum all of this up. So it looks like most of these are sold. Construction going on here. Looks like that's available. So, you know, that's the house there. Got the houses here. Not a lot to look at, but let me go over my summary, guys, on, you know, basically my final conclusion. So, you know, I will say probably the subdivisions that I think are the biggest at risk, I would say would be the 3rd subdivision, which is the Sun City Peachtree. Of all the subdivisions, I would be most concerned about that because it is huge. They have a lot of spec houses, a lot of hyper supply. But not only that, when we went to the other area, you know, of Atlanta, this is another, the one I'm standing in right now is another subdivision that I would be worried about because this is brand new. Obviously we have turmoil. There's not a lot of construction crews and they have that whole hillside to still build on. There's so much more to cover. We have to go to Charlotte, so I have to end this video, unfortunately. I hope you guys find it valuable. I hope it helps you guys understand what's really going on behind the scenes, and that's really what Melody and I are after. We want to basically wake up America. We don't have a supply shortage. The problem that we have is an affordable housing shortage. Now, other than that, guys, if you are out there investing in real estate, you guys already know I wish you luck. Give a shout out to Melody, comment below, and I hope you win.